How's everyone doing? You know, I'm gonna keep asking that until one time I hear somebody in the background who like answers authentically, like actually there's a lot of static with me and my roommate. They're pro-vaccine mandate, but they're also pro-abortion, so I'm just sitting here like, my body, my choice. It's odd, and we meet at different times now. And I'd just be like, you could just say woo next time. Have you guys ever had a hurricane party? Like, you know, hurricane's coming, it's like somewhat worrisome, but you know you're gonna have the day off work, right? So this is me on the phone talking to a hurricane. Hey, are you coming or what? Okay, because I don't want to buy a bunch of food and then invite people over to hang out, and then you don't show up. Because that happens a lot. And they're just, you know what they're going to do? They're just going to go back to their house because they would just as easily hang out at their own place, okay? But if you do show up, please, nothing like 3 years ago where you destroyed everything when you got here and then dipped the fuck out. I'll tell you what, make a quick appearance like a celebrity and then leave so we can enjoy the food. But don't fuck with my fridge. Okay, let's see on the hurricane. I found out that I have resting bitch face. But I found out in a weird way. Every time I stand by the entrance of a club or a bar, people show me their ID. I don't even vaccinated too. It's just like, I'm just waiting for my friends. Sure you are. I don't drink. That's a weird thing to say in New Orleans, especially at places that serve alcohol. I don't drink, and people always assume that there's a story. They assume that either me, my mom, or my dad had some horrible drinking problem. There's no story. I just don't like the taste of alcohol. I also don't eat mayonnaise. But that's because my dad would beat the fuck out of me with a mayonnaise jar. And my sisters. Like, he wouldn't do it to them, they just joined in, you know? And what's weird is people are never really considered about their mayonnaise consumption around me. They're never like, hey, listen, sometime tonight we might go to places that serve mayonnaise. Is that going to be weird for you? Like, are you okay if I have some mayonnaise? I'm not going to go overboard. I just want to know if it's cool with you. I'm really bad at meth. And spelling. Two worst subjects all through school. Math and spelling. That's probably why I failed DARE. This is a true story. I had a DARE t-shirt, but it was so faded, so I didn't see the drug abuse resistance education. I came from a single parent family, so I thought DARE stood for drugs are really expensive. And in a single parent family, you just don't do that, you know. Drugs are for rich children whose parents love them enough to give them. There's a huge difference between a drug-free zone and a free drug zone. Huge difference. There's more free drug zones in New Orleans, that I do know for sure. I know this because this is another true story. I'm a Hispanic male, I moved here from Miami. So I guess I gave the wrong impression. I lived in Tremay when I first moved here. And a guy approached me and he's like, "Hey man, do you party?" I was like, "Of course, I live walking distance to the French Quarter. I love to dance, I love to go out." He's like, "Cool, do you want some party favors?" And I'm like, "I usually don't decorate. I don't bring streamers. I just grab some sodas and show up." And he's like, "No, man, I got weed. I got the best weed." Now, there were two things that bothered me about that. One, if you have the best weed, why don't you have like a phone service that just gets answered and you just sit at home, like lounging around in nice shirts? Why are you selling me weed in front of a church? Now, the second concerning thing, and this is really true, a lot of comics will say, "Oh my God, this is a very true story." I saw a cop on the opposite side of the street. This really happened, okay? I said, "How are you gonna try and sell me drugs when there's a cop right there?" He looked back at the cop, looked at me and said, "I already asked him, but they drug test now." He got the badge, he don't buy. One more joke, I see the light right there. My friend is 80% black. Everybody's so obsessed with race right now, 23andMe, all that stuff, Ancestry.com. My friend's 80% black because he lost his arm in a car accident.